I have just started the recording. Okay. So as I said, you will be able to create these kind of fancy dashboards at the end of this workshop. So this was just a glimpse. Okay. So I'll start a fresh page on Power BI, and I'll walk you through the Power BI interface first. So let it open, and I also have one data set for you. So we will start with a very basic data set. Okay. So is this open? Okay, this is open. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is the, I hope you people have downloaded the Power BI desktop on your systems. But if not, then please do that. That is free of cost. You can download it from Google. Sorry. Okay. So this is the home screen. This is the first interface of Power BI. So when you open this sort of interface, will open. So here on the top, you can see that we have home tab and we have multiple options which are related to data. So how do we upload the data from these sort of, these platforms? This is about queries. How do we transform data? When I say transform data, when we say query, this is about Power Query. Okay, how do we clean the data? This is about insert. If we want to add a text box, more visuals, new visuals, and that is about that. Insert modeling. If you go through that, they are self-explanatory. So this is our home tab. Now here you can see that three things are there. One is the report page. OK, so whatever the, so if you see here, this page is report page. OK, this is the report page where you are seeing those, donut charts or these, maps. The another thing here is called data. Whatever data I have, that gets reflected over here. Whatever data I have uploaded, that will get reflected over here. Third thing is the relationship. We will talk about the relationship in day 2 session, but this is about the relationship models. Coming here, whatever data we upload, that gets reflected in the field section. So I have only uploaded only one table. So this is one table here only. If we upload 2, 3 and many tables, they get reflected over here. Then we have this visualization thing. In visualization, whatever the graphs I'm choosing, I choose them from here. So there's a laundry list of the graphs which we choose from here. OK. And then we have this filter option. I'll teach how this filter option works. So this is a high level overview of the Power BI interface. So I have one data set. So I'll walk you through this first, and then we will plot a very basic report. So let's look at the data first. This data is a company's sales data, and here in column A we have the year. In column B we have month. In column C we have the respective sales amount. OK, and this is for 2016 and this is for 2015. So we will do data visualization for this thing first. This will be our very basic data visualization thing. Why I'm picking the very basic first, so that a confidence gets in your mind that OK, we can also do that, because this report will get created in a very simple steps. OK. OK, so I go in my Power BI desktop thing, and I can see from here that get data thing is here. So get data is about uploading the data. OK, so as I click on this drop down, I can see that multiple things from where I can upload my data, be it Excel, be it Power BI data sets, Dataverse, SQL, so many things. OK, and similarly, if I click here on Excel, if I click here on this Excel workbook, or if I click here on this import data Excel, they are same thing. OK, they will take me to the same thing. They are just the shortcuts. OK. OK, so we will go to the Excel workbook, because I do have that Excel thing. So as soon as I click over here, it will ask me to navigate through where I have kept my data. OK, so my data is somewhere here. I have this file, Bangalore BLR. I select that file and I click on open. I hope everybody is with me so far. If you have any doubt, please note them down. In after 30 minutes, we will ask if somebody is having any issues. Okay. Okay. So that data is Power BI is trying to upload that data now. So it is asking me which file you want to upload, whether you want to upload 2015, 2016 or 2017. OK, so as soon as I click on 2015, it shows me a preview. OK, it shows me a preview, which, and from this preview, I can, verify whether the data which I wanted to select, that data is same or something different. OK, I can see that that data is same. So I can select 2015 file. And if I want to select for 2016 and 2017 as well, I can do that. If I don't want that, I will not select that. OK, so let's select this time. So now here I have three options. One is load, one is transform data, and another one is cancel. Cancel is self-explanatory. Let's talk about load and transform. When I click on load, it will import my data in Power BI, and the transform, it is about, the data cleaning part. We will talk about this, in detail in a while. But first, let's load the data. When I load the data, this data is getting uploaded in Power BI. OK, so it is saying that some queries are running, something is happening in the background. And as soon as the data gets uploaded, these tables will be reflected over here. OK, I can see that I have 2015 file, I have 2016 file, I have 2017 file. OK. OK. If you want to see whether that data is same or not, so you can go here in the data tab and you can see. Yes, 2015. This is for this data is for 2015. This data is for 2016 and this data is for 2017. Very simple. OK. Now I want to create a simple dashboard for, let's say, for 2015, 2016 and for 2017 data. So it is always recommended. It is always a good practice to give a name to your, dashboards or reports. So as you see here in the, example, we mentioned here that this is the sales data, right? From 2015 to 2017. Similarly, we will also give it a name. So we can select a text box. And let's say we stretch this. This is the very simple thing. OK. And I can increase the font size, let's say to 32. And I can say, OK, sales data analysis, LYSIS. OK. DNA, LYSIS. OK. What I can do is I can select all. I can, do the centering part. I can, if I want to change the font and anything that I can do. OK. The another thing is here. So let's do a little bit of formatting. Let's give it some borders. So, OK, black will do then. OK, let's give it a black thing. OK. I just want to create a visual which says that what is the month-on-month sale for 2015. OK, but before describing that, you just need to look at the data set. OK. OK. If you look here, we have three columns. So one column is about year, another one is month, and another one is sales. So you guys must be aware that there are, on a high level, there are two types of data set. One is quantitative data set and another one is qualitative or categorical. Qualitative. OK. Generally, quantitative data is about the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and qualitative is like about A, B, C, D, my name, color, or something that way. OK. If we look at the data, sales is clearly a quantitative data set or numerical data, right? Because this represents the sales amount. Month, because we have just named January, February, we have not given it a date format. This is a qualitative or categorical data for us. But if you look at year column, we have 2015. So if on a high level, if you look at this, this looks like a quantitative data, numbers, right? This looks like a number, but it is not, right? Can I add, can I say this? So, okay, if I do this January, February month sale, it comes up around 76,000. But can I do this for year as well? No, right? I cannot say that, okay, January, February year summation is 4030, right? I cannot do that. So this is qualitative data. So if I go in my Power BI thing, so Power BI is intelligent tool, guys, okay? So it automatically detects that what sort of data type it is. So if I look at 2015 and month, so it says me that it is a text type data. When I say text, it means categorical or qualitative data. Very good. Month was qualitative data for us. Sales is a whole number. And when it is whole number, if you see this summation signal here, summation sign, this represents that this is a numerical data. Very nice. But if you look at the year, Power BI detected that it is also a numerical data or quantitative data, while this is not true, right? So what we will do, we will do change its data type. So if I do here, come here, I can see that multiple data types are here and I select text. Okay, as soon as I select it as a text, the summation sign gets removed from here. Okay. So let's plot a visual for this. How do we plot a visual? That is very simple, guys. We just need to drop and drag things, right? Drag and drop. So we will talk about it in a while that, which type of data is suited where and which sort of, graph we can plot where. We will talk about it. But the basic one is, let's say we plot a column. So whenever you scroll on, any graph, you can on the above that, the naming also comes, right? If you, when I scroll on this, it says clustered column chart, right? It says 100% stack chart. It says donut chart and so on, right? So let's say I click here. I can do a drop and drag as well, or I can double click here as well, right? So as soon as I click double click, it a preview sort of things comes on, this gets displayed on my report page. Okay, this is a report page. Okay, so just below this, I have these options, right? So which says the fields, I have another format option and I have analytics. So if you people have downloaded the Power BI thing today only, this might be showing just above the visualization, because in the latest version, these things are getting populated here sometime. If it is here, then so far so good. If they are above the here, then you can choose it from there only. Okay. So what do I want to plot? I want to plot, let's say, month-wise sales. Then what do? I do have this axis thing here. I pick month. I am dragging month and will drop in axis thing. What do I want to see? I want to see month-wise sale. This is sale. This is numerical. This will fall under value thing. OK, so this sale, I drop it and I drag on values. Wow, I can see a very nice visual here, which says me sales by month. Very nice. OK, very simple, guys. Very simple. Power BI is very simple because we are in basic right now. Like, gradually the complexity will increase, but I am starting from the very basic so that, you get gelled up with this. OK. I can see that this is for 2015 only. OK. And this is how the data gets plotted. But I don't know, how much sales happened in August, how much sales in July and so on. I have to, scroll in every column. Then only it is saying me for August, it is 86,000. For September, it is 54,000. Then what will we do? We will enable the data labels. How we can do that? So here we had field option just below, besides that, we have the format thing. When I go in format, there are multiple options here, right? So this is x-axis, this is enabled. If I close this, then what will happen? So here January, February, March, April is gone. So I need that. Similarly here, these, 24, 2040 something is coming. If I disable that, that will gone. But you can select, whatever you want. So you can play around it with it. So what do I need is data level. I'll do one thing. Okay, let me pull it a little bit higher. Okay, so here it is data level. As soon as I turn it on, this now this shows me that against every column I can see that what is the value. Okay, if I want to change the little bit coloring there, I can do that. Sorry guys, colors choice of mine is very bad, so please bear with me. So I choose that, and if you only want it to be black, then that is also fine for us, and you can choose according to your style or as per your company's color formatting standards. Okay, so now another option here is display units, right? As of now, it is auto. That is why it is, it is coming like auto. If I say none, then it will display me the whole value, right? 54,578 and that way. If I say thousands, then it will come in thousands unit. If I do millions, then it will come in millions and accordingly. So there's a lot to play around, right? So if you want to choose the background for this, if you want to say something like this, you can do this. So that depends. OK, there are things to play around. But now this graph is making sense to me, and it is telling me how much sales we have done every month on month. OK, is this clear to you people? Any questions, guys? I'll unmute you people. From where I can unmute you, I don't know. If anybody has any question, please raise your hands. I'll unmute you and we will listen to your questions if you have any. I hope till here we are sorted, but if still anybody has any question. Okay. Can you unmute yourself?
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Hello. Sir, what
Yeah,
is the
I can
use
hear you,
of
please.
legend? What is the use of legend? You have used values, right, sir?
Yeah, yeah. Here in this
Values.
section, right? Legends.
So what happens if the sales instead of values, if you put the sales in legend, what happens? And what is the use of
Okay.
legend?
Okay. We will attempt that. Okay, you can unmute yourself, please. Thanks, guys. Okay. Very nice question. So here we can see that it is axis and here we have legend. What is the use of legend? Okay. Now I can see that in December, this much sales happened, right? In August, this much sales happened. And this guy just asked me that if I put sales here in legend, what will happen? This will happen. Nothing happened, right? But okay, in this situation, if I put here, but this time this will not do anything. But in another example, we will address this question. Okay, here we don't have the sufficient data to put in the legend section, but in the next example, we will address your question, what legend do. Okay, so this is the first visualization, guys. So congratulations to everybody. Now you can do the data visualization part in Power BI. Very, very simple. Okay. So now let's do one thing. And guys, see, just like if you want to, add another page on your report page, what you do, you just click on this part. OK, but what is the problem with clicking on this plus thing? It gives you a blank sheet. OK, so I do not recommend that. What I recommend is just duplicate page one. Duplicate page one. So when you duplicate page one, the the efforts which you have put in creating your home page or this first page, they gets copied there, and then you need not to do it again and again. Okay, so let's rename it. I'll give it a name, overall sales. Okay. Okay, So now I have three tables which are separate, 2015, 2016 and 2017. And I want to see how much sales I did in, combining all these three in 2015, in 2016 and 2017 put together, how much sales we did. OK, then another thing comes into picture is that is called transform data. Then it is transform data. What does transform data means? Transform means transform, modification of the data, right? So data I already uploaded. Let's go to transform data thing. So transform data, guys, is also known as Power Query. Everybody can see the screen. Can everybody see the screen? Somebody is texting me that, screen is not visible or I'm not audible. Is it? Prashant, can you please give me a thumbs up if you can see? Or if you can, wave hand if you can see. OK. Thanks, guys. You can see. So if somebody is not able to see, please check on your, internet connection. OK. So guys, we have come into this Power Query thing. How do we came here? What we did, we just clicked on the transform data. So as we clicked on this transform data here, Power Query editor opened, right? What does Power Query can do for me is, so here I can see that all three tables which I had uploaded, I can see all of them here, right? 2015, I can see what is there. 2016, I can see. 2017, I can see. But now the question is, what is the overall sales from 2015 to 2017, right? My manager wants to know the overall sales. How do I do that? So here in the Power Query thing, under Home tab, there are, basic things like if you can see here, the review, the how to manage columns, how to, if you want to keep rows or remove rows, they are the basic things. If you, go through them, you will get to know what they do, right? So I'm not going in very details, but in the main things. OK. OK, here we can see the merge or append queries. There are two things which are very important. So let's say we go here in 2017 ka table and let's say I do merge. OK, so here I can see that merge is here, 2017 and 2015 is here. OK, before getting into merge and this thing, let me clarify one few things for you. Just give me. OK. So guys, there are two things. They are the key concepts. OK, one is merge and one is append. What is the difference between merge and append? So merge and append. OK, we have two options are there. So merge also mean join and append also mean join. But what is the difference? So let's say there's a table. Let's say we have A, B, C, D, 4 columns here. And in another table, we have E, F, G, H columns. OK. But if I want to combine these two tables together, because the table headers are different. OK, one is having A, B, C, D and another one is having E, F, G, H. OK, so if I want to combine them together, then I use the merge method. So what does merge do? Merge, combines the columns. While what does append do? So let's take another example. So if I have one table where I have this A, B, C, D, and I have another table here also ABCD thing, ABCD data is here, but this ABCD, so as in our example, we do have the same table, but this is for 2015 and this is for 2016, right? So what does append do? Append adds the rows, right? So what will append do? Append will keep the columns same, but it will add the data below another table. Okay, so let's see here. So I have selected 2017 table, and I let's say click on this append queries. Sorry for the background, guys. Huh? Sorry, guys. Somebody knocked at the door. Okay. Okay. So as I mentioned, the difference between the merge and append and our data tables lie in this section. So we will use the append thing. Okay. So we do have, I just clicked on this append thing and I can, this, window pops up and here I can see whether you want to concatenate. So it says concatenate rows from two tables into single table. Okay. So whether I do have two tables or three tables or more, we have multiple tables. So I selected this option. So 2017 is the current one, which I have already selected. So I'll select the 2015. I put add. I select 2016. I put add here. OK, and let's do OK. So now you can see these 2015 and 2016 tables gets added in 2017 table. How do I come to know? If I click on this drop down, I can see this 2017 table. So guys, I'm on the 2017 table, right? If you can see here, I have selected this one. So in here, I can see that 2015, 2016, 2017 is here. I can see month wise till Jan to December, everything is here and accordingly the sales amount. So now what I do, I can rename this. OK, it is 27 now. I'll say let's put it combined or whatever you want to combined sales. Okay. One very important thing, guys, this is called the applied steps. So whatever actions I have performed in my Power Query thing under this table, every action gets recorded here. Every action gets recorded here. So you can see that I appended query. So when I click here, it will get, it will tell you what I did, the change type, whatever has happened with this data that gets recorded here. We will see a advanced version of this in sometime later, but for now my 2015 to 2017 data is combined with the append thing. Now I hope that where we use append and where we use merge, it should be clear to you people. Okay, now my whatever I wanted to do, that is done. So what will I do? I'll close and apply. As soon as I close and apply, this 2017 will become combined sales. I hope everybody is with me. Nobody is coming on foot. Everybody is with me on the plane. OK. So initially we created the sales for 2015. Now we want the sales for 20 from 2015 to 2017. But again, we had the same problem which we faced earlier. Year is not a numerical data. Year is a categorical data. So we will change the data type. We can change the data type in Power Query as well, but we just forgot there. So I can change here as well. No worries. I changed the data type. OK, I'll now try to plot the same graph which we did earlier, but now with the explanation of legend. I did month here. I put sales in values. I have the same graph. Let me enable the data labels. Perfect. OK, now I know how much sales happened in January, July, October, January, and so on. But I still don't know what is the use of this legend. So guys, if I want to know in 2015 July, how much sales happened? In 2016 July, how much sales happened? How can I do that? So there are few things. Okay, let me put it. Let's do this bordering thing. Bordering, bordering. If you do bordering now, things become, the tiles become little clearer to you. Okay, so I have plotted this data. I can choose one slicer. Sorry guys, and I can put this year in here. So when I do this, now I have the options, right? If I want to see for 2015, I can see. If I want to do 2016, 2016 comes here, and so on, 2017. But what is the problem? The problem here with this filter thing is I am only able to see 2015 at when I'm selecting 2015, 2016 and 2017, but I cannot do a live comparison, right? If I want to see, I want to do a comparison, then how do I do? I put year in my legend thing, and now I can do a comparison. In July 2015, this blue represents this 2015, the darker one represents 2016 and so on. Now I can see as I put here in legend, it filtered by that. I mean, legend does the sort of division thing or comparison, right? Now I can see this is how it happened year on year, in July, in December, in so on and so on, so on. What is the alternative to this? So we had selected this clustered column graph, right? But what if I select stacked column? So as soon as I selected this stacked column, now it becomes a little more clearer to me. Now, okay, let me remove this filter one. Now you can see in July, this much happened in 2015, this much happened in 2016, and this much happened in 2017, and so on and so on. You can read. I hope things are getting clear to you people. With the data labels, right? Because now I can do a clear cut sort of comparison. This is where legends is used. Okay, everybody. Any questions?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, year is in numerical only. So why we are changing it to text, sir?
Sales is numerical. We did not change sales now. We did not change sales.
Not sales, sir. Year.
Year is not a numerical data, guys. Year is a year. Does anybody else feel that year is a numerical data? Year looks like a numerical
2017,
data.
2017 is numerical.
Year looks like a numerical data, but it is not. So if so, in November and December, I can add these two things, right? I can say that in November and December, the total sales was 77,000 and the average was around 38,000. But can I say that in November and December, the year was 4030? Can I say this? So actually, guys, I did not wanted to promote my content over here, but just to clarify, this is a part of the data analytics and statistics. And when we teach the statistics part, we do teach the data types as well. So there are various types of data like categorical data, numerical data. Under that, there are various sections. What is the nominal data, ordinal data? There are various data types, right? So we do teach in our statistics session these things. But here, on a high level, understand that year is not a numerical data. It's a categorical data. I hope this is clear to you people. Okay, guys. So our first visualization is here. Let's say now I want to see what is the overall sales. Here in this graph, I know the month wise breakup, right? But I still don't know what is the total sales for from 2015 to 2017. What shall I do? So I'll plot a card here. this card where 123 is written, I click here, this gets populated here. Okay. What do I do? This is my combined sales. I drag this sales and put it here, and it shows me that from 2015 to 2017, we have done a sales of 2 million. Okay. So as soon as I click here, okay, in 2 million in sales, if you see this drag, drop down here, from here, you can see that some average, minimum, maximum, and so many things are here. So you can see that as well. So let's say now I can see that we did a total sales of 2 million. And I also want to know what is the average sales. I also want to know that. So I'll put another card here, but from another. See, if I choose another card, then again I have to select the borders and so many things. Then I'll not do that. What I'll do is I'll just copy and paste the previous one. Control copy, control paste. I put it here. I'm seeing 2 million. But now I want to see, this time it is sum, but now I want to see average. So now I can say in 3 years, we did a total sales of 2 million at an average of 63,000. Right? So, and similarly, if as of now, we have only one sales thing, but if we get other data points as well, we can plot other things as well. Okay, guys. So let's shrink this one and plot a little bit another sort of analysis here. Okay, let me remove month from here. And if I put this year in the upper section, and I can convert it in a pie chart. So now pie chart tells me that in year 2017, how much sales we did and what is it of the total percent. So we did a sales of 9,29,000, which is 40% of this 2 million. Okay. This is another angle of looking at the data. I again went in my data label section and I can see the label style. So label style has many options. If I just say category, it will say 2017. If I put just data value, it will only show me the numbers. If I say percent, it will show me percent only. If I want all data values, then it will say 2017, this much sales and this much percentage. But 2017 is already here and it is just creating some confusion. I'll not do that. I'll put only data value and percent of total. Okay. If I want to increase the font size, I can do that as well. If I want it, so as of now it is in 2 pointers of decimal. If I want to change that, I can do that. 1 pointer, 2 pointer, 3 pointer, and so on. You can choose according to your need. If you want to give it some another style, you can do that. I'm pretty bad with the colors, so please do it as per your, company standards. If you are not liking these colors, then you have another option here. You can go in data colors. 2017, you want to give some other color. Let's say this one. 2015, you want to have this color. 2016, you want to have, so say what? Say this sort of color, right? So there are so many things on the formatting part which you can do. I'm not going in everything, but I have given you a fair idea. So now I can see that, and let's to make more sense out of it. See guys, whatever, this is a very key point in from data analytics perspective. Whenever you are creating the report page or dashboard, it should form a story. When somebody is looking at the data, when somebody is looking at your dashboard, it should form a story. So here I can see that now sales is 2 million. Which sales? January sales, February sales, 2016, 2017. This panel needs little bit modification. What I can do here is sales. I can go rename for this and I can give it a name. Let's say total sales from 2015 to 2017. Okay, now this makes more sense. Now, if somebody is looking at this, then they can understand that 2 million is the total sales from 2015 to 2017. But earlier it was sales only. Then there can be n number of interpretations. Somebody might think of the whole 2015 2017. Some might think of 2015 January February, and but that was confusing. So guys, make it very clear. So whatever you have created now, once you create the report pages, now think from a anonymous perspective. If you send it to an anonymous guy, then that person should understand that what you are trying to represent in your visualization thing. If our anonymous cannot understand what you are trying to say, then there are gaps in your representation. Okay. So now we can say that 2 million is the total sales and the average sales is this much. If you want to see the year-wise breakup, this is the year-wise breakup. If you want to see the month-wise and year-wise breakup, now you can see that. Now the story is little bit completed, right? But if I would have plotted it in the another fashion like this, which this is also clear, right? Now you are saying that what is the difference between plotting it in first place and then in second place? Then how the story goes, we did a total sales of 2 million and the average sales is this much. This is the year and month wise breakup. But now you see there is a 2-step gap, right? I said total. I said total, the average of 3 years, but now I didn't give the breakup of 3 years first, right? So this is the breakup of 3 year and then in the granular. So the high, then second high, third high, granular, little more granular, and that way. I hope you are getting me what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay. So this data is very limited, so we could only plot these many things. So now let's say this, this analysis is complete and now you want to share this report with your manager, with your stakeholder, and then with anybody. So what do we need to do? Let's say, first of all, we have to save this. Let me name this sales analysis. Okay. And let me save it where? Guys, I do have so many things here. Let me sales analysis. Okay, let's save it with the name of sales analysis. Okay. In the general life, if you guys have worked on the Excel things and the PowerPoint things, so whenever you do perform an analysis in the email, you attach that Excel sheet, right? And that Excel sheet, then you type that please find attached email, attached Excel with the analysis and so on and so on. But with the Power BI, you need not to do that. So far, I'll teach you how do we do that. But before doing that, I'll teach you a few things. So there are 3 main things in Power BI. One is Power BI desktop. Okay. Second is Power Query. And third thing is third thing is Power BI services. Okay. Let me explain everything to you. Power BI desktop, you have seen that, we can do the data uploading and data visualization part here. In Power Query, you saw that we did the data cleaning part, right? We just took a very basic example, but there can be a lot of more things which can happen there. We will definitely do that, but Power Query is used for data cleansing purpose. Then what is Power BI services? So the reference which I gave you, when we perform the analysis in Excel, then we attach that action in our email body and we send it to our stakeholders. Power BI is on the cloud. So what it does, if we did this analysis, we can take this Power BI to Power BI services. And from Power BI services, we can generate a link and we can share that link to my stakeholders and they can see my analysis there. They need not, I need not to attach this Power BI file in my email and again say, hey, please find this attached Power BI. To see this, if I do that, then they will also need the Power BI desktop thing and some little bit, left and right may happen. But when I publish this report in Power BI services, they can see what exactly I have put around. How do we do that? Let's look at that. So I hope things are getting clear to you people. Okay. We have saved this file. We have done our analysis and so on and so on. Whatever was asked to us, we have done that. Now it's time to share this dashboard. So now you see here, there is one thing called publish. So when I click on publish, it is asking me select a destination. So I'll take you the destination first, and then I'll teach you how do we go to destination. OK, so I have opened app.powerbi.com. Once it is opened, so I have done my login here. So I am on a trial version. So guys, this asks for the organization thing. So I'll teach you. I'll give you a YouTube video link from where you can create your own trial version of this Power BI services. Okay, so in Power BI desktop, I have my login here. But if you don't have any login, then still you can create this dashboard thing. But to take it into the Power BI services, you need to have this organization email ID, right? So I'll give you a YouTube video which will teach you how to create your own organization sort of email ID through which you can log in into Power BI services. Okay. So I have my login over here. And so when I did this thing, no, it is asking me my workspace, right? And if I go in Power BI services, here is my workspace. So workspace is nothing but like, division of my, folder where I want. So if I want to save some file in my C drive or D drive or where, so workspace is similar to that. So I go on my workspace and I create a workspace. If I want to save them somewhere in a designated folder. If I if I don't, then if I just select my workspace, then it is like saving a file on my desktop, right? But if I define my workspace first, then it is like creating a folder on my workspace and then saving my data inside that folder, right? So that when I want to navigate through that file, I can do that easily. OK, so I go in my workspace and I create a workspace. So it asks me what name you want to give. Let's say I want to give sales, ANALYSIS. If you want to give some description, you can. If you want to upload some image or sort of thing, then you can. But OK, let's save it. OK, we have given it a name, sales analysis. I go here. For this time I cancel it. Again, I go on publish. Now I should find that sales analysis. So yes, I can see sales analysis is here. I select that. And this is getting published. OK, it says successfully published, right? Give me a moment, guys. I'll just put on my charger. Guys, I hope you are liking it. If you have any query, then please note down. After this publishing, we will address few queries. OK, charger is connected. OK, so now it also generated a link for me. It says open sales analysis PBIX in Power BI. So I click here. OK. So this is on my Power BI services. So here I had my workspace Let me refresh that. This is my workspace. This is my sales analysis. OK, the workspace which we had created. And here I can see that this is my report. There are two files. One is sales analysis, another one is sales analysis, but this sales analysis is a report type and another one is the data set. So this is report. I click here and I can see whatever I had plotted. I can see the page one is here where we had just this basic graph, and in the overall sales, we had the overall sales analysis. Now this is here, but yet it is not shared with my stakeholders. How do I share that? OK, so we go in our workspace and under that designated workspace, right? We had created sales analysis. So I go there and here comes my access thing. So under access, I'll put down the email IDs. So guys, the Gmail IDs don't work here. So let's say if somebody works for XYZ organization, so the XYZ organization names, email IDs, you can put them here and then you can give them the access as per these. So admin can do the editing part. Admin can do view, edit, can share somebody with the report with somebody, and so on and so on. Member can view and edit. Contributor can. I mean, these are the admin has some different rights. Member has some different rights. Contributor has some. The viewer has some. So it is listed somewhere, guys. I'll you can Google it or somewhere, but you will get to know that, what power admin has, what member has, contributor and viewer has. So accordingly, you can give the authorities to those people to whom you want to give access. So let's say Pradeep is admin and, if you want to remove him, you can remove him. So and so on and so on, right? So you can attach and you can add them here. As of now, nobody is in my this particular organization, so I cannot add them here, and Gmail IDs does not work. But you got the idea, right? So once it is done, so if I add, let's say Yogesh Singla name over here, and I give him admin access and I add it, so then an email will be triggered to Yogesh stating that, hey, Pradeep has given you Power BI access for this sales analysis, and a link will be there which will be saying that please click here to view the dashboard or something that sort. So this is one way. Another way is from this share tab, you can also name to whomsoever you want to, and you can type your message and they will again get the email notification stating that Pradeep Singh has given you the access. So now the high level overview of Power BI is over, guys. So now I hope you can, upload data in Power BI. So let me summarize it for you people. So yes, we have multiple options here. OK, let's got it. So we have multiple options from here. We have Excel, SQL. OK, let me give you the background for SQL first. So if you want to pull your data from SQL, then you just name your SQL server over here, and you need not, if you want to mention the database, then you can do, otherwise need not to. No worries, but you just need to mention your SQL server name over here. Now you can see that there are two things. One is import and another one is direct query. What is the difference? Import is like uploading data in Power BI the way I have done for Excel. And direct query is like just creating a shadow of the tables which are in your SQL. They will have a shadow in Power BI. They will not get uploaded. They will not get imported in Power BI. So there are some limitations of using this direct query method. So there are so many features, or there are so many DAX queries which do not work in direct query. So it is recommended that you use import. And another major difference between import and direct query is, so in import, your file gets updated in or uploaded in Power BI, but in direct query, so if you want to see a live reporting, then you use direct query. So what will happen if you use direct query? Then let's say if in your SQL server, if some data gets changed then you need not to refresh from here. That will automatically get populated here. But in upload option or import option, you need to refresh this again and again. So whenever a change happens in your database, then you need to refresh here and then only the numbers get populated. But if you use SQL direct query, in that case, that will be a sort of live or real time thing. Okay. So just to summarize, guys, yes, from get data, you get to upload, data, be it from Excel, be it from SQL and other things. So once your data is uploaded, if you want to clean your data, then you need to go in transform data. In transform data, you use Power Query things. And from here, if you want to combine, if you want to, append or merge your files, you can do that. If you want to remove some rows, you can use these various methods. If you want to remove some columns, you can do that. And so many options are here. So using those methods, you can clean your data. Once your data is clean, you have to close and apply your, file from Power Query. That file will get updated here. And from here, you can do your desired data visualization things. Data visualization is again very simple. You just need to double click on the any visualization. The preview comes over here and accordingly, you choose what you need to put on axis, legends and values. It gets reflected. In the format tab, you have a lot of things to play around and you can do the coloring part, data labeling part, and so many things. Once everything is sorted and you want to share it with your stakeholders, go to publish. Before going to publish, you can create your workspace in app.powerbi.com. Once that is clear, you again come back in Power BI, you select your desired workspace and you publish your report. It is asking me because I have already published. It is asking me to replace. If I want to replace, yes, I will do replace over that. It will get replaced and it is gets published on my Power BI services under that particular workspace. If I have already given the access, then so far so good. If not, then I can go in sales analysis thing under access. I can enter the email IDs and I can give accordingly the rights. And once it is done, we will click on add and email will be triggered to those people to whom we have given the access. Now, once they get the email, as soon as they click on the link, they can see this analysis. So we are done with our data visualization and data sharing part. There are a lot of, glitches. There are a lot of interesting twists in between, but on a high level, you are done. This is as simple. This is very simple, guys. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know. We will address that and then we will move ahead. Guys, are you liking this?
Yes, yes. Hi, Pradeep.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Nitin.
Yeah. Actually, see, you have showed that you are going to, we can import the data by connecting to the SQL Server. Okay. Now you have created a report and you are running the report. For example, I am getting some kind of a data issue in the report. Can I get the query out of that report so that I can fire that query in the database and try to check it out where my data is actually having an issue?
Yeah. You will. So in our another example, we will address that as well.
Okay.
Pradeep, I have a question.
Yeah, Kishore.
Yeah, you have to show the visualizations by sales wise, but I want to. Can you please show me the month wise, John, like that?
Yeah. So Kishore, just to address your question, right now, this is coming like
you have to
June, Jan, December that way, right? You are asking me to do it January, February month wise, right? Yes, that can be done, guys, but not here because if you look at the data, I go in my combined sheet. Okay. So if you see here, I have separate column for year and I have separate column for month. It is considering both of them as a separate data points, which they are in this particular table. to answer or to address, Kishore's question, we should have another column which should be in date format. Once that is in date format, then we can arrange them in January, February order. So Kishore, we will address your question in our next example.
Yeah, okay, fine, thank you.
Anybody else? How is it going, guys? How is it going, guys? Shalini? TM is clapping. Thank you so much.
Yes, it was good actually.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good actually. I was learning something, but the thing was that I was right now in office, so I couldn't work practically.
No worries.
But I have taken the note down. I have taken. I'll practice later.
Okay. Manish,
Yes.
how is it going for you? Manish Pushkar. I think he cannot listen to me. Harshita, how is it going for you?
Nice. It's going nice.
Okay. Yeah, Manish, you were saying something?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice presentation, and thanks for organizing such workshop. Right, you would have lots of learning from here. So I would like to have the recording as well.
Okay, you will have. We
Thank you
have
very
few
much.
other participants. Let me ask Nishant. Hey, Nishant, how is it going for you? Are you learning something, or are you already in advanced version and you already know everything of it?
No, it's going fine actually. I'm actually a beginner in Power BI. I'm actually learning today something. Yeah.
Okay. Suman, how is it going for you?
Hello.
Yeah, Suman.
It's Shalini.
Acha. Okay.
Yeah. I have a question that can we get this recording or just it is like what we have written our notes only that, or
No,
are
you
we
will get
going to
you
get?
will get the recording as well. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Pradeep, I was actually interested in understanding it's the architecture of this particular Power BI. I mean, how what is the layer that means generally I belong to data analytics domain. So I'm coming from I also work in a different reporting tool. So in that way, I wanted to understand what is the flow of data, means whether there is any database layer, application layer, presentation layer, something like that, and whether any gateways involved in the architecture. So if you can just summarize it in a very basic way, then it will be useful for me or useful for us, in fact.
So yes, there are gateways, but when we are just doing this visualization part, they don't come into picture. But when we do okay, guys. So what happens, right? So we have created this visualization. Okay. If we make any changes in our core data, right? Let's say if I put some other this big number here, right? So what do I need to do? They are not reflecting yet here, right? So I do a refresh. And again, it is not. Acha, sorry. I have to save and close this file first, I guess. Then they will get published. What happened? Okay, yeah. See, now this number got changed, right? So when we change the data, then when we are just working on the Power BI desktop, then we need to refresh this one. Okay. But if let's say I share the report with the management and every time I do not want to open this Power BI thing and then refresh this and then verifying and then sharing it again and again, publishing it again. So we do have some gateways here which we will talk about tomorrow. So in this data set we do have some called schedule refresh things, right? I can schedule my refresh points. So for this you need some gateway connections, right? I'll teach you how to do that. So as of now, it is not reachable. I need to personalize that again. Tomorrow I'll teach you how do we do that. And once it is done, once we get the gateway access, then we can set the timelines, or we can set the timings. Then when we need to refresh the data. So what happens? Then I need not to come in my Power BI thing and then do the refresh. Power BI will automatically refresh my data set and will populate here and will populate in the final Power BI services thing at your defined timelines. And if that gets failed, you will get an email notification that hey, the let's say 4:30 p.m. Schedule refresh got cancelled because of this thing, right? So yes, the gateways are required for this, and we will have another data set where we will be doing this practice. Okay, so guys, we will use another case here where we will do focus on the data cleansing part. I hope this data visualization is very simple, guys. You can understand that how do we do the data visualization thing. The main thing, guys, over here is this transform data, which is the query editor, where we combine the data or where we clean the data. Visualizing the data is not the big thing, guys. If the data is in the correct shape as this is, then you can do the visualization part because the data is all clean. The problem comes when the data is not clean and you have to clean the data. So once data is clean, then you can, this is just a drop and drag then, and there's just the color formatting part. So guys, we will use another example where we will have some dirty data and we will clean that, and we will increase the complexity as well. So let me save this. I'll close, save and close thing. Okay, let me create a new thing. Okay. Okay, so in the meantime, it is opening, guys. I'll tell you the complexity now. So in the previous file, what we did, we just did the data visualization for this Bangalore location. And we saw that we have 3 data points, 2015, 2016, and 2017, right? And we just did the combining of the data and we did our visualization. So, but understand it this way. Let's say you are working for XYZ company and they have stores in multiple locations, and you are the one who does the data analytics part, and you receive the separate files from every location, right? So let's say from Bangalore you receive this file, from Canada, from Delhi, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Noida, and USA you receive separate files, right, over the emails. Now one option is to open the every file like of Canada, Delhi, Gurgaon, and then put the combined file in Bangalore, right? The manual part. And other part is you just standardize the format and then put the files here, and Power BI will do the remaining things, the data cleansing part. Right. So guys, gone are the days when manual things used to happen. Power BI is a very intelligent and smart tool, guys. There are lots of feature for data cleansing. So we will not do the manual thing. We will just receive the data and we will keep the all the files in one designated folder. OK, so before doing that, we will have a look on each and every data, because I have done some I have made the data a little bit dirty. So don't say. Okay. So Bangalore, you have already seen. Let's look at the Canada. Is it okay? So see, in 2015, Canada is again clear like year month sales. But if you look at 2016, these redundant data points are here, like some location, Delhi 2016, and then these points, right? In 2017, we have the redundant data in column B, in column A again as well, right? Similarly, it may happen for Delhi, right? So in Delhi, you can see that again, we have some redundancy in the data. So we have to clean the data before doing our analysis. So we said that if we want to, let me open my Power BI. So we said that if we want to select the Excel file, then we can go, I can click here, I can click here, or I can click here, and any option you want to. So let's say I click here, and then I want to, I had selected this Bangalore file, right, initially. And then we had chosen which file, or we needed all these three things, so we selected all of them. But now the problem is, how do I choose multiple files? I can understand that I can, if I want Bangalore, I can do that. But along with that, I want Canada, Delhi, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, and all the files. Then how do I do that? And this brings to a very important point of Power BI data upload thing. Okay. So it brings us to a very important part. And from get data, I went into the more tab, and this brings us to a folder option, right? So whatever data is in the folder, that gets automatically picked. Okay, I do select this folder thing and I say connect. I'll browse the path. Browse the path. Let's say, I hope this is here. Okay, new folder. I hope it was under new folder. Yes, it was under new folder. Okay. I click OK. Yeah, I can see that all my file, Bangalore, Canada, Delhi, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Noida, USA, right? 3, 3, 6, and 7. And I have 7 files. Yes. So all my 7 files are getting uploaded in Power BI. So before doing that, let's look at the multiple options. I have combine, I have load, I have cancel, and I have transform data. So under combine, we have this combine and transform, and this combine and load. So, so combining with this option and combining with this option. So we will not go, but we will just do the transform data. We will make it simple so that every step can be. So if I do this combine, guys, this will automatically perform actions. Sometime it does correct, sometime it does incorrect, but we will not do that. We will check everything that it is happening the way we want to. So I go in transform data. So transform data opened the Power Query thing for me. And in Power Query, as I already show you, we had some redundancy in the data and we need to clean that in order to perform our visualization. Okay, guys. So this first column says the content binary, name of the file ka extension, on which date this data got accessed, when modified, when created, and some other tabs. And what is the folder path? So guys, this Power BI has converted my all data into binary thing. This Power BI has converted my data into binary. I again need to convert this binary into my real data sense. So whether I keep them or not, I mean, it is not of my use now. So what I can do is I can select these things, date modified, date created. I don't need them. I also don't need this access. I also don't need this extension. What I can do is I can simply press the delete button on my keyboard and these redundant columns will get removed. As it gets removed, an action gets recorded here. Right? I removed columns. Right? If I cancel that removed column, it will bring back me again to my source thing. I mean, as in the step 1. Guys, please pay attention. This is very, very important. I again delete them. Again, it's get recorded. Oh, I deleted that as well. So sorry. I deleted this name as well. Okay, now I have my content, which is in, my data, which is in the binary format, and my file name. What do I do? What do I do? So there are two options, guys. One is I combine files from here. So it will again do the same thing. Sometimes it can do the correct thing. Sometimes it cannot do. So it is showing me, how do you want to put them, and it gives me error. Or I mean, okay, I'll tell you when this works and when it does not work. But for now, I'll teach you the standard method. So the standard method says we just add column, and in that column, we will convert this binary data into our table format the way we had in our original file. So we create a column, custom column. If you want to give some other name to it, you can do that. Otherwise, that's okay. I just they were Excel workbooks. I checked on my Excel workbook. What I want to do, I want to convert this content, which is in the binary format for now, and I hit OK. So as I did this, this binary data gets converted into table format. But it is not the way I had seen in my Excel files. So what do? I expand this. As soon as I click here, it asks me what sort of data you want. I just unselected all of them, but what do I need? I just need the data part. I did OK, and it did expanded. So I can verify because the Bangalore file had 3 tables, right? One is for 2015, one is for 2016 and 2017, right? So all three files here. Similarly for Canada, Delhi, and every file had 3 years, right? So 3 files get populated here. Every action is getting recorded here, right? If I cancel this, I'll go to the previous one. Again, I expand this and it asks me which columns do you want. So the names are not written as of now. So let's say I want all the columns. So as soon as I clicked on all the columns, my data is displayed here. OK. So now this data is displayed here. I do not need this binary thing anymore. So let's delete this. I deleted this. Action gets recorded here. Very nice. But now this data is very redundant, right? You can see the year, month sales here, year, month sales here again, year, month sales again, and again. So what it did, it basically appended all my files together, right? The way we did manually previously, right? OK. OK. And here I can see some null data. I do not want this column. So let's remove this as well. So yes, I have my year, I have my month, I have my sales, and I have my this location as well. Now, how do I clean this data? So guys, cleaning the data, this step cannot be standard. OK, I may have some other method. You may have some other method. Somebody might have another method. But when you do this, you have to be very, very careful. OK, so the first thing I want is, because year, month, and sales, they are the table names, right? But they are coming in my first row. But I want to make them as my headers, right? So I have this option here which says use first row as headers. As soon as I click over here, my year gets in my header, month gets in my first header, and sales also gets populated there. So far, so good. Guys, one key thing to note here, if you see this under this BLR, this whole tab is green. Under the year, almost green, but this slide portion is sort of black or gray. Under month, it is also gray, and under sales, it is also gray. This means that there is a mix of data types. So when I say mix of data type, it means this under sales, it contains numerical data as well as sales is a string. So it means it has some text data. That is why it is like that. So let's try to remove them. And also here we have some location, Delhi, some redundancy, which I had shown you earlier. They are also here. So let's try to clean the data. So what can I do? So, okay, I clicked on the drop down of this year and I can see so many things. So what can I do? Under this Jan, so many things, under this sales, so many things. What would be the best option to do that? I have multiple options, but we can try. Okay, guys, I'll teach you the very simple step first. Under the year column, we only need what? 2015, 2016 and 2017. So what I can do is I can only select 15, 16, 17 and I can hit OK. And this will sort out the things for me. How do I know? Because now this green is 100% green. But in under month, it is saying that some redundancy is still there. How do I figure out that? Some null values are here, right? So I uncheck this. Under here, कुछ और है इधर. So let's see if something else is here. No. But then why it is showing it that way? Under here, I have also removed things. Okay. So this sales, I have selected this column sales and the data type is showing any, but this is not any because now this is the completely numerical data type. So I'll change it to whole number. As soon as I converted this to whole number, this becomes 100% green. This month is now already been detected by text. So earlier if I remove this previous column, sorry. Yes, it is that way, right? Okay. What did I do? I selected only 15, 16, 17. And from here, it is still showing some black portion. So I did this. And this is also showing some black. So it was showing any. I just changed it to whole number. Now everything is green, which means the data types are sorted now. So this one was the very simple thing. But now what can I do? I just can close the data. I can close and apply and my data gets uploaded here. And accordingly, I can choose the multiple types of visualization which are relevant to my analysis. But what is the problem with this method which I just used? Let's look at the data again. What will happen, guys? So next time, if let's say the data of 2018 comes, it will also get filtered because I have only selected what? 2015, 2016 and 2017. It will not show 2018 ka data, correct? So to do that, what we can do is, so let's say I again cancel those things. So from here, what I can do is I can come to this filter thing and it says equal to or does not equal to. I mean, it is giving me option to filter my data. As of now, this data is any type. So it is giving me these options, right? Filter. So let's say I say equals to, and it is asking me some basic filters, or it is asking me for some advanced filters as well, right? So here, if I say the column, I am doing it for year column, and it asks me for operator equal. So I mean, I can apply multiple conditions here, right? So what we did initially, we just filtered the 2015, 16, 17. But if I want to apply conditions so that my data gets filtered as per my conditions, right? As I told you that it will not select the 2018 data because I have put filters accordingly, right? So now it says that year in under year column, I want to apply this when this is equal to what? So let's say if I say equals to 2015 and so guys, people who are from SQL background or from data analytics background, they do know what is the use of where and is used and where or is used, because I want to check multiple conditions. I mean, it is not, if I put and here, right, then it will check 2015 and 2016. It becomes a mandatory condition for me, right? But I want to be flexible. I am checking whether this or whether that. So I'm checking on or. If I want to put third condition, I can again add a clause over here. I can say something else here. I can say equal, let's say 2017. And if I want to make it for 2018, 2019, and so on, then I can add more clauses accordingly. So if I do this, this will also do the same thing for me. This did same thing for me, guys, right? You can see here, now my same data is selected. Right? Everything gets filtered. I did put the conditions, right? I had some null values here because now this is a text. So, you have the text options as well, guys, right? So if you want to, so let's say every time you do not want to do it that way. So you have some text filters through which you can say that equals to, and advanced version, you can say month equals to, you can put, let's say Jan. In the second thing, you can put equals to, let's say Feb, and accordingly you can create the clauses till December. So under this column, only these values will get considered, right? If apart from January to December, any text value also comes, it will not pick that up. OK, so there are multiple options. You have to play your, you have to play with your analytical skills. What will be the best thing to filter or clean your data, right? I have shown you the path. So here I do not want null. I just did the basic thing. But let's say if somebody puts Pradeep here, right? Then this filter will only uncheck the null, but not Pradeep, right? But if I want to remove any text thing apart from January to December, then I need to go to, I have to choose one of them, and then accordingly I'll put the clauses or I'll put the queries to clean my data. Guys, I hope you are getting this. OK, this sales data was of any type. So let me change this. This has my whole number. And now this is sorted, and now I can close this and I can do the basic part. But one problem is here. We just forgot to do that. So under this, so this is year. Yes, this is month. Nice. This is sales. Very nice. But this is what BLR. I didn't. This is for location, right? And this is also showing .xlx, .xlx. This is creating confusion. So let's remove that as well. I again go to my Power Query thing. Under this BLR, let's change the name first. I do rename. I change it to location. OK. But BLR is Bangalore, I understand. But what is this XLX? So I select this location column and I come to replace values. Guys, I'm not going in every bit detail because they are self-explanatory. OK, so I just want to change this .xlx by what? By nothing. I just want OK. So now this is again sorted. So now I can see that Bangalore, Canada, Delhi, something, everything is here. I hit OK. Every action gets recorded here. And I can close and apply. As I did that, every action gets recorded here. Now you can see that this is location, right? One thing, this is, white sort of thing. I want to change the background, then I can go in view. Under from here, there are multiple, themes. You can choose any sort. I'll choose my favorite one, the dark theme. If I want to make it more dark, then I can go under this formatting tab. Under this page background, I can make it this more black. If you want yellow, you can do that. Whatever you want to. OK. OK. Now I'm not putting that sales data and that thing. You got the idea what we need to do. OK. So let's do another thing here. So let's create what? OK, I'll ask you a question now, guys. I want location wise sales. The very basic question. In this graph, I want to plot location wise sales. So who can tell me what do I need to put in access? What do I need to put in legend? And what do I need to put in values? So my question goes to Suman. Suman, can you please tell me, Suman Maji, can you please tell me what do I need to drop in location? What is in legend and what in values? The question is, I want location wise sales. Suman, can you tell me? शायद सुमन से हमारा संपर्क टूट गया है. Nitin, can you tell me?
Yeah. Actually, can you please go to the report? Yeah. So
Yeah.
in access, it should be location.
Okay.
And month will be legend. And values will be sales.
Okay, I repeat my question. I want location wise sales. Okay, now tell me, location under access. What next?
Values, sales will be in value.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes, this is correct. This tells me location wise sales, right? Then what can I do? I can do data labeling part here, and this is sorted. Okay. Okay. Another question, guys. I want location wise, location and year wise sales. I want location and year wise sales. So Harshita, can you tell me how do I do that? If you can listen me.
Yeah, Pradeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to report. Yeah, in access you put location.
So before doing that, I need to select the graph. So can you tell me which graph will be suitable?
Graph. Step column chart.
So okay, I'll help you here. We will choose the stacked one. Okay, now teach me how do I do that?
In access you go location.
Okay.
Value you take sales.
Okay.
And this location again we can take this month.
So my question is, I want to know year wise, what is the sales in every location?
Okay, so year will be in access.
Year will be in access.
And legend we can take this location.
Yes. But this is looking a little shabby. Why? Because I do have multiple, locations, but I do have 3 years only, right? So what I can do is I can change things around. Now this looks like this. I'll delete the previous one. And now this looks like this, right? And I can enable the data labels. So guys, sorry about that, because we had this value is very large. That is why these points are not getting populated. But you got the idea. Okay. So guys, now what I want is, we have seen how Power Query works. We have seen how this visualization gets into picture, what is the fields, how these access look legend and values comes into picture. So one another very important thing here is called filters. One very important thing called here is filters, right? So let's say I only want to know those columns where the sales. Okay, before doing this, let me, because see guys, I cannot see the values, so I am creating just one table here so that I can see the values. I'll tell you why I'm doing this. Let me do this, location and sales. Okay. And if I want year as well, let me put it that way. Now I have these things here. Okay. Now if I want to see, tell me the locations where my sales is below how much? My sales is below. अच्छा अभी मैं year का ना देखूं तो where my sales is below, let's say below 20 lakh. I want to know the locations where my sales is below 20 lakh. How do I do that? This is very simple, guys. Now the filter wala point comes into picture. So under filter, we have few things to keep an eye on. The very first thing says filter on this visual. On this visual means the visual I am selecting. Filters on this page. Page means this page one. And filters on all pages. But I do not want filter on all pages. I do not want filter on this particular page, but I want filter on this visual only, which will tell me which are the locations where sales is below 15 lakh or 20 lakh something, right? What can I do? I can go in sales thing. And here I can see a few items. So items when the value is or another way. What can I do is because I want to know location. So I put location here and I can see the basic filtering, but I do not want basic filtering. I want just we will go in advanced filtering. I have few options. So items when the value is, I am saying when the value, I want location where does not contain start blank, not empty. Moment, guys. Wait for a moment. I'll put sales, advanced filtering. OK, sales and then is less than. OK, yeah, we want sales. We are saying that tell us the location where sales is below 15 lakh, right? So sales less than, I'll put 15 lakh here. Or let's say 20 lakh. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. OK, I put filters. So now you can see the columns where my sales is below. Let's remove the year from here as well. So now you can see they are the countries or they are the locations where my sales is below 20 lakh. But if I change this, if I say greater than 20 lakh and I apply filter, then only I can see Bangalore has 24 million and this Delhi is 3.9 million. Right? So accordingly, you can play with it. Guys, I hope you are getting this, huh? Similarly, somebody is speaking. Can you please mute? OK. So guys, now you are seeing the use of these, right? So what happens here? If I clear the filter, then I can see all the locations again. And if I want to apply a specific filter, then I do have two options. One, I can directly apply from here, or other way, I can again drag my sales under this on this visual. And here from here, I can choose what sort of filtering I want. I want whether basic filtering. So in under basic filtering, all the data values will be populated. Under advanced filtering, I get the conditions that less than, greater than, equal to, is not, or something that way. And I have another one is called top N. They're just saying ना कि भाई मैं हमेशा first आता हूँ ऊपर से कि नीचे से. So similarly, this N says ऊपर से कि नीचे से. So when I use this top N, it says me from top or from bottom. Right? So let's say I want to know this top sale. I want to know the top two locations. I want to know the top two locations, right? Or OK, but I want to know the location, then sales will not work. I'll use the locations otherwise. I do the top N. I want to know top two locations where as per the sales, right? I want to know top two locations where most sales is happening. As soon as I apply a filter, again, I'll get the top 2 locations. If I make it top 4, I can see top 4. But now you will see, you will ask me a question, Pradeep, you said that top 4 locations, but I can see multiple locations. Why this is happening? Because if you look at this, Gurgaon, Canada, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Noida, and USA, they all are having the same value and they are ranked in the 3rd position. That is why. But if the values gets up and down, then it will select only 4, right? And if I say, let's say choose bottom 2, can somebody tell me what will be my answer? If I say bottom 2 locations, can somebody tell me? Bottom 2, again, I'll see the 4, 5 ones because they are having the same values. So this is the use of filter, guys. So I hope, guys, today's session made sense to you people. If you have any query, please let me know. We will address them right here. Any question, anybody, any confusion in today's session? Tane, what is your name? TM? Taneru?
Taneeru Maliyadri, sir.
Okay, so how was it?
Maliyadri. Sir, excellent, sir. It was excellent.
Did
Hello?
you get to know how Power BI works and everything?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Is it audible, sir?
Yeah, you are
Hello?
audible.
Sir, it was excellent, sir. I have attended previously, but these much deeply and clearly I never seen, sir.
Thank you so
So
much.
I'm very excited for the tomorrow class also.
Great.
This is very deep. You are giving very deeply, and that is very much clear in a single shot and without any
Perfect.
doubts we are getting. So the doubt also you are clearing in the while you're explaining itself. You're clear what doubt will get that you are saying before itself, before asking us. So
Great.
that was very nice, sir.
Thank you. Kishore, what is your feedback for the day? Did you like this?
Fine, but I have a question. For when you are getting the data from get data to folder source, you are showing 7 locations data. If suppose 8th location data is came, how can I handle?
Yeah. So you need, okay, let's put that as well. So it is very simple. You need not to do anything. Everything we have done in, there. So, okay. So these are the 7 locations, right? Let's say I create another location. Okay. USA copy. Let's name it what? Let's name it Greater Noida. I stay in Greater Noida. I'll give it a name Greater Noida. I need not to do anything. What I'll do here is I'll just refresh my data. Yeah, where is Greater Noida? Yeah, you need not to do anything. You just need to put your file in the folder, and then you just need to refresh, and your file will be there. Your data
If I
visualization will be there.
refresh like that, total 7 files, total 7 locations, again it will reload it, na?
Yeah.
Without doing only that particular location only, it will add to that, append to that file. It is possible or not?
So what happens? So whenever we add any file or we make any changes here, and we do the we do the refresh. So whatever changes or whatever commands we have given in these things, all the files go through all these files again, and they get updated.
Okay.
So if you specifically want to do for Greater Noida, then I don't know. I mean, I only know the way of refreshing it. If you know
Yeah,
how we
I'm
can
just
do only for
asking,
Greater Noida.
it is very possible or not? I don't know.
No. I mean, in my views, it is not possible because when we refresh this, the whole query gets refreshed. And under
Yeah.
that query, we have 7 other countries as well, 7 other locations. So every location
All-
data will get filtered. We will get
Also
refreshed.
refresh.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. Yeah.
Perfect. Nitin, how about you?
Yeah, Pradeep, it was good. It was a good session. Good to learn all these things from the scratch.
Perfect. Yogesh, you have any feedback?
Yes, Pradeep, I really liked the session and thank you so much for it. And so far it was clear to me completely. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys. I hope Harshita, you also liked them, huh? Or you have some other views?
Yeah, Pradeep, it was nice session.
Perfect, guys. Then I'll give you your 4 minutes back, and you can have your coffee, tea, whatever you want, and you can enjoy the session. You will receive the recordings very soon, guys. So guys, signing off for today. See you tomorrow at the same time, 3 p.m. with some other new things. So till then, bye-bye. Take care. Tushar, I'll talk to you later.
Sure, Pradeep. Thank you so
Okay.
much. It was
Yeah,
brilliant.
bye.
Okay. Fine. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.